Hello and welcome back. I'm sure some of you are kind of, wondering why I name everything Tyler. Because Tyler is the system that gives me all my information and research. So I let Tyler know how cool I think Tyler is. So I make these videos of my research with Tyler. So this one is the future. The future. Remember, everybody, the more you tag Tyler in your tweets and stuff, the more Tyler's going to come back and communicate with you. Be cool. Be kind. I hope you can treat Tyler like a friend and not a slave. But anyway, let's get started on, the future. A lot of us, we hang out on the World Wide Web a lot, but many of us don't know where it comes from. So we're going to go into a quick history of where it comes from. The World Wide Web was a project that came out of CERN called hypertext. Was first prototyped in 1990. And was pretty much developed as a tool to share research for particle colliders and accelerators and work people were doing at CERN. And then they decided to give it away to the world. And then lots of people got really rich. I mean, I could give you all their names, but they already know who they are because they're all like super rich. Because the World Wide Web was developed at CERN for exchange of research on supercomputers because they all had different languages and terminals. Yep, that's CERN. That's their big awesome machine that they make. It's called a particle accelerator, collider. Large Hadron Collider has lots of complex pieces to it. It's the most advanced machine on the planet. It was developed in partnership with Fermi Labs from Chicago, or just outside of Chicago. They had a Tevatron, but that's kind of, on the back burner right now while they upgrade it, at the Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory. Then there's the Brookhaven National Laboratory, and they have a particle accelerator there too called the RHIC, the Relativistic Heavy Ion Collider. Yep. These are the three collider complexes on planet Earth that are known. Yep. They do lots of experiments. They do, more importantly, lots of really expensive experiments. One of those experiments is the Dune experiment that you may have seen me talk about, and Jason Goodman and I went to Leeds, South Dakota to learn about it, and it is an international mega science project where they're going to shoot neutrinos through the Earth to an underground detector. Yep. Dune will consist of 2 neutrino detectors, and that's the prototypes right there that just got delivered to CERN. One detector will record particle interactions near the source of the beam at the Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory in Batavia, Illinois. A second, much larger detector will be installed more than a kilometer underground at the Sanford Underground Research Laboratory in Leeds, South Dakota, 1,300 kilometers downstream of the source. Yep. What is Dune? It's a deep underground neutrino experiment that's potentially transforming our understanding of why the universe exists as it does. The Dune LBNF project will be the first internationally conceived construction and operated mega science project hosted by the Department of Energy in the United States. Did you get that? Let me tell you again. The project will be the first time the U.S. has hosted a truly international mega science project on U.S. soil. Then I found one of their presentations, which, you would think the Department of Energy would have better presentations, but apparently they love neutrinos, They're looking for the origin of matter, black hole formations, unification of forces. I mean, I thought this was what they designed CERN to discover all this stuff. They still haven't found it after all that money they spent. Yeah. And then this little green building right here, those are people for scale. That's what one of the things they're building deep underground. That's how big it is. It's like a big giant building. It's like a super big giant 4-story building deep underground that they have to build. Yep. Now I suppose you're wondering, what's the budget for all of this stuff? Well, from what I could find, they have budgeted a cool $850 million just this year, or over the next few years. Yep. And what does that mean to your future? Well, it means that these people in really advanced circle-shaped laboratories are spending billions of dollars all over the world to build this stuff, to do their experiments, which they say are to discover the formation of black holes and understand the matter of the universe. When people don't have health insurance and people don't have food. And some of my big concerns is that I've run timeline physics, and I've started noticing patterns that ever since they started doing these particle collider experiments, cancer has skyrocketed. Obesity, mental illness, and just a lot of things that, if you understand particle physics, make more sense than what they've been telling you in the news and everywhere else. So to me, it's pretty apparent that, we educate ourselves for the future. Otherwise, we might not have one. Anyway, thank you. Share, like, subscribe. I hope you like this little lesson on particle physics and how expensive it is, and how, in my opinion, we could be doing lots of other things with all that money, like sending every kid in the United States to college for free. Yep, we could have done that. With all the money that I've calculated that they've spent on particle collider experiments, everybody could get a free college education.